people, 8DG Entertainment, and you may also be watching this on ADG versus Game. This video is appearing on 2 channels courtesy of NIS America. It's going to also act as part 2 of my PS5 walkthrough of the game. So this is my unscripted review of it. What is the unscripted review? If you're new to the unscripted review, it's basically a very unscripted. There's no script or anything like that. I go off the dome. I usually just play the game, and as I play the game, I give impressions and review based upon several elements of the game, from gameplay, graphics, story, sound, just numerous things like any other review. So a couple weeks ago, NIS gave me a copy. I was late to the game, so another reason I'm doing this in unscripted format, and a lot of the reviews I've been doing lately have been in unscripted format because I'm behind. So plus this game in particular, Trails of Cold Steel 3, this is definitely a replaying for me, a start over. I played this game, so like I said, I played this game, so it's not really anything new for me. So what I'm gonna just be doing is comparing, the past with the present. Things that I noticed from this game to the next. Now, I will not talk too much over the cutscenes, so you guys try to enjoy the cutscenes, and some of these cutscenes may be pretty long.
The next stop is
All right,
Leaves.
here we go.
Leaves. We will be stopped for...
Have we nearly arrived?
Yeah. Sorry you had to be cooped up in Corellia Fortress this past month. And I'm sure this isn't exactly a first-class cabin either.
Not to worry. This is something that needed to be done. While resting, the drain on my energy is insignificant. Besides, if it will reduce the burdens you shoulder, I am more than happy to comply.
I'd think there was a human in there if I didn't already know that was you talking. Thanks, Velimar.
You are welcome.
Is this it? Aha, sure is.
For crying out loud. I don't know what all the fuss is about. Do they really need us to supervise unloading this junk?
Huh?
Picture that going through a landing port.
Wow.
I'd heard about them, but seeing one up close is wild.
Wonder what they're doing here.
A 7 ards tall humanoid weapon. Panzer Soldats or something, yeah?
No, I don't think so. Oh, this is the Ashen Knight, isn't it?
Get out of here.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I wouldn't have expected a civilian to know that, much less someone from outside Erebonia.
let's just say I'm a little interested in things like this.
A little? Your whole family goes nuts for this kind of stuff. But how'd you know we're not from around here?
You have just the tiniest sliver of an accent. I'm guessing you're from somewhere down south? Liberal, maybe?
Is it that easy to tell?
Bingo. So what? That makes you the Ashen Chevalier?
Yeah, I'm surprised you knew that too.
Schwarzer, are you back here? We'll be arriving in 5 minutes. Are you prepared?
All set. I'm good to go whenever.
Sorry for holding you up. We gotta get ready ourselves.
That's right. Thanks for talking with us.
Who are those two? They didn't appear to be your everyday civilians.
They're from Liberal. I guess they're getting off soon too. Something tells me I'll be seeing more of them at my new job.
Oh, is that so? I admit, I have heard the rumors.
Now arriving at Leave Station. Leave Station. We will be stopped for 10 minutes to unload cargo.
It would appear little has changed. The Ashen Knight is as beloved by the masses as ever.
Well, I tried to lay low this past year. I've turned down all the interview requests I've been bombarded with.
It's little wonder then. For a young hero like yourself, such actions only serve to grant you an irresistible air of mystery. The rumors of your role in the Northern War have, by this point, far outstripped the truth. My apologies. That was a regrettable slip of the tongue.
No, it's all right. It's just something I'll have to deal with. Thank you, Patrick. For the last 2 years, you've helped me out more times than I can count.
Well, that was sudden. I have simply been performing my duty as a member of the glorious Class 1. Of course I could spare some consideration for a hapless classmate with barely enough attendance to graduate. One who has unreasonable tasks thrust upon him on a near daily basis, yet somehow manages to triumph regardless.
And you said I was sudden. You're serving as the deputy of the Marquis's family in Ordis now, right? I'm sure that's no walk in the park either, but I know you'll give it everything you've got.
But of course, there's no way I can allow us to fall behind House Alberea. I recommend you do the same for whatever may come at your unique new workplace. And seeing as she is not so terribly far, do be sure to keep in touch with Lady Elise. Perhaps you might even put in a good word.
Thanks again for all your help, Patrick. But that's an entirely different matter.
Ugh.
Take care. Hope to see you again soon.
Indeed. Oh yes, it nearly slipped my mind. About that pledge Class 7 made 1 year ago. I hope to see it come to fruition.
Oh. Yeah, I hope so too.
Okay, before we proceed on, just a reminder once again, I'm not talking in cutscenes. It's how I roll around here. I'm still going to be giving out review elements. If you're missing any of the chapters or looking for anything, even if it's not shown on the video, in the description, there will be chapters they will work. Sometimes they just don't show up on the video, but they work. I'm not sure why YouTube do me that way, but they work. But they just sometimes don't show up in description, in the, you know, on the actual video itself. So, story element, I do want to talk a little bit about that. The story of the Legend Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 3 continues the course off from Trails of Cold Steel 2. Green is a big part of this game, as well as the usual protagonists and some more. I don't want to spoil certain elements. I do want to say the story from I remember was very well told, and you got to give it up for the story. They did a great job telling the story. Hopefully this beginning prologue actually showcases that for you and proves what I'm saying. It should be believable and listened to. So that's the prologue. Spring, once again, we're going to continue some more. This will probably end once I get some gameplay going. We're going to talk about the fun
here
factor,
I am.
sound, and more.
I've never been to the suburbs west of Heimdall before. Almost reminds me of Trista. There are even lino flowers blooming here. Trista and the Academy. I wonder how everyone who's still there is doing. And how Principal Van Dyke is after he returned to active duty. I never would have dreamed something like that would happen. That must be it there. I can tell it's brand new even from here. They said they'd take Valimar to the hangar on site.
Rean?
Huh?
It really is you, Rain. Wow, the magazines don't do you justice. You look so mature now. Did you get taller too? I almost didn't recognize you.
Toa?
Oh, did you not recognize me either? I definitely haven't gotten taller, but I'm hoping my new work uniform adds some womanly charm. Oh, or maybe shows that my figure's filled out a little bit more.
Hold on. It's just, well, we haven't seen each other in a while, and I could never get a hold of you. Then you just show up out of nowhere, dressed for work, in the same town I'm about to start work? I never imagined we'd end up working at the same place.
Sorry, I didn't mean to surprise you. I thought you already knew.
Well, a lot happened before graduation. And after it. I'm sure you've heard all about it.
Of course. It was actually one of the reasons I decided to come here. But it sure was a nice surprise to hear you'd be joining me.
Same for me.
Congratulations on graduating, Reen. I'm sure there are plenty of other people who want to say that to you. But I figured I'd do it before anyone else.
Thanks, Toa. Wait, do you want something more professional, like Ms. Herschel now?
Don't worry about it. Toa is just fine. Remember what I said when we first met? There's no need for formalities with me. Miss Herschel is awfully tempting, though.
She hasn't changed a bit. So, Toa, you've been here a little while now, right? What's our new workplace like?
Well, I'm sure they told you a bunch of different things when you accepted your position, but I think this job is going to turn out to be a lot more difficult than you expect.
Will it? I've been mentally preparing myself for the worst. I just hope I'm ready. Have you already met all of our colleagues?
Yeah, we've all met. You're the last to arrive. I'll introduce you to them. But brace yourself, okay?
I feel like the butterflies in my stomach have turned into stampeding rhinociders.
It's okay. I'm in the same boat as you. Let's work together as fellow graduates of Thors and get through this.
Roger that. Oh, we're here.
Okay, hopefully that scene alone shows you how great they are with the presentation. I love the music in this game too.
The color's different, but
sound
it's
is
nice they
always
kept
great.
the horned lion crest.
This is the main entrance to our new workplace.
So the other thing I want to say is about the cutscenes, about the story. The game offers a lot of hours. All these games do, most JRPGs do, especially the Trail series. So they offer a lot of hours, a lot of gameplay, and a whole lot of lore and stories, side missions, and things like that. This game definitely continued upon that and improved upon that as well as the gameplay. We're not going to talk about the gameplay until I get to a gameplay section. Like I said, this episode in this Unscripted review will end once we reach those sections. And also, just a reminder, I played this game before. This is a, I guess you would call it a remaster for the PS5. So, yeah, that's why it's going down this way, and I don't have to play through several hours of the game to tell you because I already know the game per se. So, let's keep this moving.
Welcome, Reen, to the newly established Thors Military Academy branch campus in Leaves.
Reen Schwarzer, welcome. I am Michael Irving of the Railway Military Police. Branch campus though it may be, I will do my utmost to serve as chief instructor.
Well, well, lucky me. Didn't expect to run into such a celeb at a place like this. Name's Randolph Orlando. Got transferred here from the Imperial Army Crossbell Unit. I've been hearing your name all over lately. Pleasure to finally meet the man himself.
Reen,
I'm Reen Schwarzer. Just a rookie who recently graduated from Thor's main campus. Pleased to meet you, Major Irving, First Lieutenant Orlando.
Likewise. It's an honor to be able to work with the famous Ashen Chevalier. But keep in mind, we're not looking for heroics from Divine Knights here. We're only interested in your aptitude as an instructor.
Understood. He's from the Railway Military Police. I certainly didn't expect to find a ranking officer like him working here. Not to mention...
That look tells me you know a bit about my sordid backstory. Been peeking through the Intelligence Division's files, I take it.
Yes, I can't deny it. From what I could tell, it was a pretty complicated situation that sent you here.
Not as complicated as yours, I'm sure.
Anyway, all of us instructors are here now. Major, Instructor Randolph, I'm looking forward to working with you.
Indeed. I'm curious to see what you'll bring here, especially after you turn down a position with us. I've been curious as to why.
So you knew about that?
Oh, that's so? You must be better than you look for the RMP to roll out the red carpet. I heard you graduated early. What are you, like 17 or something?
Actually, I'm 21.
What? Nuh-uh. You're seriously only 3 years younger than me?
4 instructors. That's about what I was expecting, honestly. Are we going to teach the entire curriculum among us, though?
Correct. There aren't many students, but it will still require great work on our part. Training, lectures, all manner of miscellaneous tasks. We will, however, receive assistance from the special advisor and the principal.
We have a special advisor? And what's our principal like?
Well,
let's just say that out of all the people in this great big empire, I never thought I'd meet someone quite as intense as our principal.
Really?
Try not to be too shocked, okay? You've actually met her before, Rain.
Thank you for waiting.
Speak of the devil.
Thank you for coming.
Whatever is that slack-jawed expression for? I believe we met during the Civil War. Or have you already forgotten my face? Not that I give a whit either way.
No, of course not. It's good to see you again, Professor Schmidt. I've always appreciated how you helped me with Valamar's Tachi.
As I said before, save it. Though my title is Special Advisor, I plan to focus only on my research. Do endeavor to make yourself useful to me, Schwarzer. Or should I say, Ashen Awakener.
He was one of Professor Epstein's disciples, right? Or maybe not. We sure he ain't some faker?
No, he's the real deal.
I'm starting to understand why I got hired here in the first place. I never imagined I would meet you here.
Oh, it's been about half a year, hasn't it, Schwarzer? Well, since we've all gathered, allow me to say a few words about myself. During the Civil War, I was the general of the defeated Noble Alliance. I then oversaw the Northern War, resulting in the annexation of Northumbria. But you may think of me as Aurelia Le Guin, principal of Thor's branch campus.
Rain.
All that packed into one woman. Guess it's not so crazy for you to be here after all, eh, Major?
Principal Le Guin, it's time. Shall we proceed?
Yes, let's begin. Herschel, gather up our fledglings and bring them to the grounds.
Yes, ma'am. I'll see you soon, Rain.
Bah.
Alrighty, let's see what kind of guys and gals we got.
Schwarzer, see to it you aren't late.
Late? To what?
To our entrance ceremony, of course.
What? I had no idea.
That would be because we set the date and time without telling you. You'll even be meeting your fledglings there. Exciting, no? Show them what it means to be the Ashen Chevalier.
It's starting to seem like the rumors about this place being difficult weren't exaggerations. All right then, I should probably put these on.
Okay, as expected, like I said, a nice lengthy story like you would expect. The build up is there. You may have noticed, like, this game series and this game in particular was a good time for them to cross the different trail stories, and was the reason why it was one of the better ones. So once again, I just want you guys to know that I did do a first video, the beginning elements, the first time. I did it live, and it's also available on the AG vs. Game channel. There will be links to the Twitch channel, directly to the video, as well as to the AG vs. Game walkthrough of this series. Like I said, this is going to probably be over there too. I'm probably going to do a double upload because I want to make sure that it's in an official playlist.
Isn't she the Golden Rakshasa? And that
Smaller
black-haired
channel,
guy.
so it may not have many views, but
He's super
for those that are
famous.
very interested in it, that's a channel to
It's
be
him.
to see more or get help with this game. All right, let's let the story speak for itself.
Seriously?
Oh dear. How unexpected.
The Ashen Chevalier.
No way.
What?
That girl is...
Attention! I will have silence! We will now begin the entrance ceremony for Thor's Military Academy's branch campus. The opening speeches will be omitted. We will begin by announcing class assignments. First, Class 8, Combat Tactics. The instructor is Randolph Orlando.
Right. Step forward when I call your name. Jessica, Wayne, Sydney, Maya, Ash, Freddie, Gustav, and Leonora. You 8.
Next, Class 9, Military Finance. The instructor is Toa Herschel.
I'll call out names now. Sandy, Kyrie, Tita, Louise, Tatiana, Valerie, Muse, Pablo, and Stark. There are 9 of you in total.
Class 8 and Class 9. Combat Tactics and Military Finance. Then the ones left over are...
Silence! We will now have a word from our principal. Principal, if you would.
I am Aurelia Le Guin, principal of the branch campus. As some of you are new to Erebonia, not all of you may be familiar with my name. That, however, is of little concern to me. A few of you may have noticed already, but I'll spell it out for the rest. This school is a trash bin. Thor's main campus will be welcoming the Crown Prince this year. As such, it will go through heavy reform. This campus is a place they can toss aside those deemed too troublesome, or those with problematic backgrounds. Just like that, all of you, our instructors, and even myself, are here because we have been tossed aside.
Hey now.
No, Principal Le Guin, that is far too...
However, there is a saying, be ever vigilant as though the world is a battlefield. Such a mindset is difficult to learn in times of peace. However, the situation we find ourselves in is a perfect environment for it. Those who lack the resolve to better themselves, to reforge themselves in the fires of adversity, leave now, or you run the risk of leaving later, in Adios's arms. Very well. In that case, I welcome each and every one of you to Thor's Military Academy's branch campus. Arise, O youth, and become the foundation of the world. I greet you with these familiar words from Emperor Drycles.
Well, I'm nice and overwhelmed now, but...
Just where are we supposed to go? General, Principal, could I get you to announce the final class?
Huh?
Very well. We'll be picking up after the main campus's classes 1 through 6, with our own classes 7 through 9. The 3 of you make up Class 7, Special Operations. Your instructor will be him, Reen Schwarzer.
All right, I know I haven't talked about much of anything except the story, a little bit about the music.
Wow.
But like I said, when I get to the gameplay thing, I'm going to talk a little bit more. That's just say presentation altogether at this point before I can continue on with this walkthrough. Is in this review element presentation, which consists of like the combination of the music, the story, the usage of the graphics that they're doing is very well. You're going to notice it also during the gameplay elements, and just one of the biggest part of the series is how many great characters, how many good stories behind it. Trail series has been one of the premier, if you didn't know, one of the premier JRPGs of all times, one of the most standout, one of the most must-play series for a JRPG fan or an aspiring JRPG gamer. You need to play the Trails series. This one is no doubt one of those. Well, let's continue some more.
I looked over the blueprints, but I didn't think it'd be this big.
Don't get so excited. This facility is nothing remarkable. As I explained before, much of your duties will be performed here under my direction. I expect nothing short of raw talent from a Russell.
Yes, sir.
So, she's a student here after all. I could swear I've heard the name Russell somewhere before. But more importantly, that we're Class 7 is clearly no coincidence. Only 3 students, and she's one of them.
Combat tactics and military finance are undergoing their orientations at the moment. Special operations will be having an orienteering exercise. You must make it through this facility in one piece.
In one piece? What does that mean?
What is this building for?
It's called Einhell Keep. It was built in conjunction with the branch campus for testing new methods of training. The interior is fully controllable via orbal technology and features variable difficulty levels. As for your exercise, you will be combating monsters and such unleashed within the keep.
What?
Monsters? That's a joke, right?
Now I understand. Special operations, indeed. I guess this is a fitting enough exercise, given our class's name. And it's not just for my students either, is it?
It helps that you're quick on the uptake. That said, don't assume it will be the same as the Class 7 you were part of. Rather than an experimental clash between social classes, this one will act as an established task force for assignments in the field. And as its instructor, you will have your students see each assignment through.
It's all starting to come together.
Hold on just a second. We did what you said and came here, but what the heck is all this crap? This is just... I mean, no one ever told me I was being put in some shady Black Ops squad.
Your placement in Class 7 is the result of your aptitude test, Cadet Crawford. If you are dissatisfied, you have the option to pack your bags and return to the Military Police Academy.
That's all the way in Crossbell. I've yet to accept the situation, but I understand it now, at the very least. Can you give us more details?
Certainly. Instructor Schwarzer and the three of you will enter the keep and stand by for further instructions.
All right. These courts are a very part, if you're new to the series, these courts are a very essential part of your building for your
While
characters.
on standby, they will
your
explain their
skills and
qualifications as you brief them on the use of the Arcus 2.
Understood.
Bah, finally, we can begin the trial.
Gameplay is about to begin,
Disciple
y'all.
candidate, don't dawdle. Everything must be up and running in 10 minutes.
Yes.
Now, this video has already been about 40 minutes. I know it's been mostly story, but we're about to wrap this up with, you know, a gameplay talk, etc., etc.
Damn. Looks like this school's even more messed up than I'd heard.
I'd prefer if non-affiliates stayed off the premises.
Take it easy. I ain't here to cause trouble. As soon as she's done with her orientation, I'm getting the hell out of here.
Very well. You may have been referred here by the royal family, but don't forget your place. That extends to any actions you and your friends will take in the Empire from here on out.
I'd say that's up to you guys, you know? You got a whole country up to its neck in plots and schemes, and then a screwed up school like this pops up out of nowhere. Really makes you wonder who's pulling the strings around here.
I suppose I should have expected as much from an A-rank bracer.
A facility full of untested mechanisms certainly sounds like a playground for the professor. So how much do you already know?
Nothing too specific. The above-ground portion is a cube measuring 50 arch on each side, and the below-ground area is still being expanded.
Are the two of you already acquainted? We are. I just had no idea she'd be one of my students. But that's neither here nor there. Let's start with introductions while everything's being prepped. I just got here earlier today, so I'm sorry I haven't had time to speak with you two yet. I'm...
Why even bother introducing yourself? We all know you're Reen Schwarzer, the Ashen Chevalier, the big hero who put an end to the Erebonian Civil War when he was just a student. Not to mention the occupation of Crossbell. I'm sure everyone in Erebonia knows who you are. Probably everyone in Crossbell, too.
In addition, you resolved incident after incident across the Empire as part of your schoolwork. Then, during the Northern War last October, you worked alongside General Le Guin and Brigadier General Bardius to annex Northumbria.
Le Guin? Like our principal? Wait, what? And he helped occupy Northumbria?
That's erroneous. The actual circumstances were...
You're both very well informed. Though, calling me a hero is a bit much. I'd still like to say a little bit about myself. As you know, I'm Reen Schwarzer. I'm a graduate of Thor's Military Academy's main campus. I got my diploma just last month, and I'm starting as an instructor here at the branch campus today. I'll be overseeing martial arts and Panzer Soldat training outside the classroom. Inside the classroom, I'll be teaching history. That is, of course, in addition to being the homeroom teacher for Class 7 Special Operations.
I'll go next. My name is Kurt Vander. I'm from the capital. I've heard more than just the common stories about you.
You're a Vander? That would make you General Zex and Lieutenant Colonel Mueller's...
Mueller is my older brother, and Zex is my uncle. Though I'm aware I look nothing like them, right up to my hair.
Yeah. It's true, he doesn't have dark hair or even a similar build.
By the way, are those glasses fake? They don't look good on you at all. You should probably get rid of them.
Oof.
Fashion is clearly not their intended function.
All right, I get it. They don't look good. No need to rub it in. Nice to meet you, Kurt. You're up next.
Fine. Oh, brother. I'm Una Crawford. I transferred here from the Crossbell Police Academy. And honestly, I'd rather not be here. But if that's how it's gonna be, then I'll just have to make the most of it.
Ah, Crossbell. I had my suspicions. So, when you say Police Academy, you're talking about the Military Police Academy, right?
There was no military slapped on the name before the annexation. You guys are the ones who changed it. Are you saying I can only call it by the official name the great and powerful Erebonia has blessed it with?
No, that's not what I meant. Sorry. I was being insensitive.
Well, I might have overreacted, but I still don't accept that name.
Yeah. That's completely understandable.
I'm last then. Altina Orion, formerly part of the Imperial Army's Intelligence Division.
Isn't that classified?
My affiliation with them ended upon my enrollment here, on paper. Please, think nothing of it.
I feel as though I've just heard something I shouldn't have.
The Intelligence Division is pretty hardcore, isn't it? Hold up! What do you mean, on paper?
Slip of the tongue. Oops.
There's that snark.
Thank you for waiting. Preparations are now complete for the Level 0 Einhell trial. If you haven't already, please set your Arcus 2s now.
Is that the girl from earlier?
I was under the impression she was a student, like us.
Understood. Give us just a moment. Each of you were given one of these, right?
Ah, that.
I was sent one, but I haven't turned it on yet.
It's a battle orbment. Normal battle orbments are personal devices that link with their user and can produce a variety of effects. They can improve your physical abilities and allow you to cast orbital arts, among other things. But this is the newest model, the Arcus 2. It has a few additional functions.
Interesting.
It's a little different from the Enigma models in Crossbell.
To be precise, they are the product of a collaboration between the Reinford Company and Epstein Foundation. I assume these models are combat ready?
Yeah, I'll explain how they work. Now, each of you take one of these.
All right. About 15 minutes ago, I said we were about to enter battle, and it is about to happen. Upon doing the battle, I will say my final thoughts on the game. I'll give you guys the actual overhead review. We already talked about the graphics in the presentation. I didn't talk that much about the graphics, but I do want to say this about the graphics. The graphics are very similar to the last game, Riviera. It seems to me. So in that department, it has been improved, but it's been so long since I played other games, so I can't tell that much of a difference. And when I originally played, personally for me, I played it on the PS5 anyway in upscale. So, but I do notice that the improved graphics give it these characters a more of a 3D-like effect.
The Enigmas did have these.
The basics should be the same. Go ahead and set your Master Quartz in the central slot. Yes, sir.
The game does have a lot of features in its gameplay, the way you can play it with its arts, just like, you know, similar games, but they added on to it, made it more deep in this than previous games. So right here you can see the ornaments, the battle ornaments, how you can place things, the quartz, and you can build how you want to feel, but it has a variety of powers and properties, as I said at the bottom, with the final circuit. And then you have a variety of ways you can set things. Also, you want to tailor to the bosses that you're fighting to give yourself advantages in fights. So it's similar to, like, I say Pokemon a lot because a lot of people are very familiar with Pokemon classes, fire, water, etc., etc. But anyway, this is your Master Quartz. You can see how you can gain CP, HP, you level up, things like that. I'm not gonna go too in depth with that because a lot of, you know, I've already took up a lot of you guys' time, 47 minutes to get to the meats and potatoes. But like I said, this is a remastered game on PS5. I did probably there's a review on this channel already of this, at least the PS4 version. So that's the navigation system. So at this point, there's not really much difference between the gameplay and the actual cutscenes. Everything's very similar down to a key. So we're gonna set the Master Quartz now. Feel like I wasn't even paying attention. All right, here is the Master Quartz at the top. We're gonna put the Bridget in here. There's gonna be a time you can change it for all members, but right now they're only letting me change it. We also have a line too. We don't have anything in that spot right now. That's what they start you off with.
Whoa.
Also, I need to show you something else about this game. The PS5 editions come with a lot of the DLC already paired with the game, so
you should be able to notice a significant difference in combat. All right.
Okay, now this is new.
How long do you intend to keep me waiting?
Sorry, Professor. We're ready.
Then let's not waste any more time. Level 0 begins on floor B1. The trial will be considered completed once you return to ground level.
Professor, is it that red love? Sir, you shouldn't use that.
Oh, don't act like you have a lick of common sense. You're Albert's granddaughter. It's time we saw what Class 7 Special Operations is made of. I'm curious to see if you can survive with a passing score.
Hey, watch the floor!
Huh?
What?
When I first seen that,
Right yourself and brace for the landing. Altina, you?
Clown
that tripped me
Soleus.
out.
Never mind.
Yeah, just slide on down.
What happened? I remember that professor talking, then the floor opened up.
It was Yuna, correct?
Huh?
These similar things always happen in this game.
But if you could move. It's not that you're heavy, but I'm having trouble breathing.
Well then, history repeats itself.
The floor appears to be padded, so bruising should not be an issue. How strangely like the obscene positions you often find yourself in, Instructor Reen.
Please don't say things that'll give people the wrong impression. Oh, wow. I'm surprised you're already calling me an instructor.
That is your current designation.
You can really see her cheeks get red. It's not his fault, bro.
I assure you, I didn't intend for this to happen. Then again, I suppose intent is irrelevant. I won't make any further excuses. You may hit me if it'll make you feel better.
How very admirable of you. You being so calm about it just pisses me off even more. So I think I'll take you up on that. Erebonian boys are just so... Ugh!
I do not believe his nationality was a factor.
You were just a little unlucky.
Not unlucky. I lacked the expertise to make a proper landing. That resulted in embarrassment for one of my classmates. I admit my fault.
It is not your fault. She fell on you.
I see. He's so mature for his age. Well, minus one stinging cheek, the three of you look fine to me. So it's time to begin storming the keep. But first, I'll need each of you to show me your weapons.
This whole thing is a joke, right? Do we really have to play along?
This probably wasn't the best part to do a review on.
I know the professor,
Unscripted
and he isn't the type to joke around.
But it was either me play 3 or 4 episodes and cut it up, or me just go ahead and do a review, put one out there, and chapter up my review.
He's serious about measuring each of our abilities. I want to learn everyone's combat styles so we can work together and get out of here safely.
Because I had to do 4 as well. Because they gave me a code for 4, so I had to do 4 as well.
Understood. These are my weapons.
Very nice weapons, bro.
That takes skill.
You're using the Vanderschool's dual blade style then. I knew of it, but I've never met a practitioner.
I admit our greatsword style has far more notoriety. But that style also requires one to be born with a broader physique. These blades are better suited for the likes of me.
I didn't realize. Well, Yuna, how about you?
I'm still not down for all this, but I get it. This is a military academy, so here you go.
Another dual wielder.
You use side-handle batons?
They look a little more complicated than that. What are they exactly?
These are gunbreakers, special tonfa with guns installed. Developed by the one and only CGF. They can switch between melee and mid-range firing.
An intriguing weapon.
A crossbell guardian force, right? If I recall, First Lieutenant Orlando was once part of it. He'd left long before the occupation did. Good to know. We'll see how well they work in action today. You do seem to know your way around them.
Of course I do. I trained with them at the police academy. And they'll be way more useful than a couple of weapons as old as the Great Collapse.
We'll see where everyone stands once we've engaged in actual combat. You're up next, Altina.
Understood.
Hold up. There's something I've been wondering for a while now. Who let a kid enroll at a military academy?
I've been curious about that myself. She claimed to be with the intelligence division, but surely she won't be joining us in battle.
Well, personally, I agree, but...
There is no need for concern. My physical age is approximately 14 years old. I am no small child.
Physical age? No, you're definitely small.
I also have my weapon, the basis for my admittance into the intelligence division.
What the hell?
This explains that black shadow I thought I saw earlier.
Clown Soleus, a combat shell. The latest version of the line of special weaponry. Further details are classified. Suffice to say, it will contribute to our overall fighting strength.
Are things like that normal in the Empire?
Of course not. It's my first time seeing something like this, too. The Golden Rakshasa, the Ashen Chevalier, and even a girl like her. What manner of place is this branch campus?
I don't blame either of you for having questions, but we can save them for another time. By the way, this is my weapon.
Of course. The Tachi is used by students of the 8 Leaves, 1 Blade school.
Just like back then. I mean, it's just like the sword Arios used.
Right. It's not an Imperial-style sword. It comes from the East. I guess the Divine Blade of Wind is pretty famous in Crossbell, huh?
A lot happened, but he still has plenty of fans. Even when a certain empire has made him a wanted man.
Yeah, I suppose so. That covers everyone then. Let's be on our way. We're currently on floor B1. If we make it back up to ground level, this little trial will be over. I'll give you some tips along the way on combat, how to use arts, and your Arcus units. Follow me, and proceed carefully and deliberately.
I'll give it my all.
Commence mission.
So now they tell you about the notebook and a couple other things. Once again, I do apologize that this review has been, but it's unscripted. And sometimes when you unscript things and you don't put things together in a small form, that's the way things go. I mean, this is an unscripted review. So, oh look, trophy, class 7 begins anew. So this is about the mini map. You press down, you get your mini map, how you can change your party order. One of the things I liked about this game is that there's so many different characters, people that you can grow relationships with, and you can build links with them that will increase your battle skills and things like that.
The entrance is right over there.
So many ways.
Let's move out as soon as we're ready.
Honestly, you'll probably never see that many people play this thing.
Just what the heck is all this?
Oh, let me go back real quick. Why am I going back? Because I'm trying to double check and make sure there's no treasure or anything in this room. Any items that I could use later on. Because the items are very important in this game, and it will make your adventure better. I will say, like I said, like if you played Riviera, this game, the cell shading in this game is very good. It gives a more 3D, more realistic tone to the overall shadowing, if that's the right word to use there. All right, finally. An hour later, I get to give you guys some gameplay. So, This is gonna be one of the longest unscripted reviews of all time, or at least one of them. I passed some longer ones, to be honest. It just, I never had a situation where I just now got to talk about gameplay an hour in. But that's the nature of, so R2 for assault attacks, so that will give you an advantage in battle, basically.
There! Our chance to attack.
Alright, so this is a turn-style RPG, of course. You can see the order right there, the turn order on the side of the screen. So the character at the top of the bar takes their turn first, and then so on and so on. There are variety of bonuses that can appear on the different turns, such as heal, critical, etc., etc. You'll learn as you go along. So attack bonuses, I'm not gonna get too much in that, but there's arts and things like that. If you decide to play the game, definitely take your time to learn those arts. It will give you, like any other JRPG, it will give you, like, you know, advantage in battle. And I'm not gonna assume that I know everything, because here's the thing. Like, I played all these games, but I haven't finished any of them.
I'm up.
So usually I like taking them out.
All right.
So we have an advantage. So she's too far away, so I'm gonna go in, go up here.
My turn.
All right. Yeah.
Some skills
Wow,
require
look at
you
that.
to boost it up, you know, charge it up, etc. So be careful about using those skills and when to use them. One thing I didn't like, and I don't like right now, is that when you press X, unless it's just so low right now, I got it so low. Like when you press X, it's not even making a sound. I like having a sound at least in between the text-based thing, so I know that I've, you know, I don't know, it just feels better. I'm gonna be honest though, and I said this the first time I played this in the first Elements when I live streamed. I don't think there's really a reason to really spend a bunch of money on this unless you haven't already played them. Now, if you haven't played them, or you just want them for your collection, if you're a big collector or something, you just want the PS5 version. But outside of that, if you already have them, you can play the other ones on the PS5 and upscale. I don't see the reason. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it, but I just don't see the reason. So they're talking about status efficiency right there. Just gonna keep going forward here. Let me backtrack again. Yeah, I'll be looking for them treasures. Can't save here. Also to charge your armaments and things like that if you rest up. But the gameplay is smooth, it's what you expect. I feel like it's also, it seems like to be a little bit more quicker when it comes to like the attacks. More responsive.
There! Take them down!
So they want you guys to learn arts. Now this is what I was talking about, the wind, fire, things like that. So let's, like the firebolt, healing things, recovery arts, things like that. Try the firebolt. Later on, when you learn more, you can learn like
my turn.
What is more effective, etc. He has the airstrike.
Arcus, activate.
It's my turn. Arcus, activate.
Yeah.
My turn.
Really, it's overkill here, but we're gonna do it anyway because I just want to show it.
Charging.
Let's go!
And I want to show some crafts.
Crimson Slash! Huh. Huh. Is that all?
And of course, with each battle, like any RPG, you're gonna gain skills, etc., etc., as you go on. Got a treasure chest over here. Got an item of breath. So they're talking about the quartzes and how that aqua thing enables use of aqua bleed art, firebolt, of course, firebolt art. HP 1 will give you a max HP of plus 500. Evade 1, evasion plus 4. Heal recovers HP while walking around. So you put those things in your quartz. I have one open right here in line 2. So if I put this breathe in there, you look at the bottom of the screen, it's going to be HP 200, heals allies in area with purifying breath. Now, I could use it on him, or I could put it on another character. I think, honestly, since he already has Steelers in his character, in this thing, I would say put it on another character. I'm gonna put it on her just because I want her to have it, because I use units a lot. So I'm gonna put it on her. And yeah, let's go. I am not gonna complete the trial. I know there's a big part coming up, but I am not going to complete the trial in this episode because this video has already been an hour. I'm going to just say this as we begin this final fight. The game has great presentation. The game has great gameplay. The game has great characters. The game has a great story. It is one of the best JRPGs series of all time. Though, if you already have this game, I will not say that you're going to miss out on much if you don't play the PS5 version. But if you have not bought this game at all, the PS5 version is the way to go. Just go that route. You're going to get tons of DLC and everything in it. So, go that route. So, once again, I didn't show you guys this. So, some of the costumes and things are already in there. What? They won't let me use it right now? What? Do I have to remove? Okay, I'm a little confused because I was told that all of it was included. Maybe it just doesn't let me do it at this point. Throughout the series, I'll update you. Somewhere in the series, I'll update you on the outfits or whatnot. Maybe even in the next episode on the ADG vs. Game channel. Don't forget the ADG vs. Game channel for all my walkthrough content. I don't put walkthrough content up on this channel. I just don't do that well for me.
Bring it on!
And I don't want to mess up my opportunities of getting review copies, so I do that on another channel. So let's press R2 to change units mode during battle, striker mode, gunner mode, etc., etc. So,
set gunner! Set striker! Set gunner!
So gunner is of course better for far away attacks.
Take this!
It's my turn.
So I want to show some crafts in this, many as possible. Let's do the crescent flash.
Get back!
Which I already did that one, didn't I? Oh god, I didn't destroy them all.
Strike!
My turn. Brionac, activate. Fire.
All right.
There are also some other ultimates and other things, S-Craft, team up moves.
Let's go.
All that good stuff.
I'm up. Crimson Slash!
Now.
I'm gonna showcase the heal, even though they really don't need that much healing.
Arjun
Thanks.
Thanks.
Huh. Let's go. Strike!
All right.
I'm gonna say Kurt Banner is one of the best characters in the series. Not only for his skills, but his story.
It's my turn.
His just his whole entire essence, period, is like really good. Like, that's all I'm gonna say. Like, so this is the break things. Dylan Damson also do break gods, and he's done pretty much.
I shall go. Yeah. Targets eliminated. Move out.
Yeah, very versatile weapons. And okay, another thing, a lot of people judge a book by a cover, especially with anime and JRPGs. This game, I'm telling you right now, it has some vulgar language and some interesting sexual themes to it. About Juno's mode change, so they teach you the range thing that I just taught you. I just told you, Striker's gonna be up close because Gunner's gonna be better for swarms and faraway attacks. I don't want to go too far ahead. I want to go ahead and end this video. I want to first apologize that it took so long to explain this one thing to tell you to get the game. I just stated it again. I'm gonna state it again. Like I said, this is unscripted. It's early in the morning. I'm gonna state it again. This game is a must play for those who have not played the game already. If you don't already own it, you must get it. Outside of that, it's up to you if you kind of want to or not. You know, I just feel like, you know, if you haven't played them, you know, it's not gonna be a big deal graphical wise. It's not really that. It's a change, and yeah, a very noticeable change, but it's not a big deal because the game is still gonna be a great game at its core, even if you're playing the originals on PS4. But I do say play the series regardless. If you haven't played the series, play it. Now, if you have a PS5, definitely get this game. And get this version of the game if you haven't played it. But outside of that, I don't really see other reasons for it. It's not that it's a bad game or anything like that. It is a great game. But I don't see many reasons to do a, you know, outside of visuals and loading screen times, I don't see anything. And I'm questioning if you get a bunch of extra things outside of it, you know? So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget ADG versus game for the walkthroughs of this series. I got Trails of Cold Steel 4 coming up, an unscripted review of that probably as well. We're probably gonna start it from the beginning. It's probably gonna be the best bet because I do believe that game gets into action kind of quick, just like this one did. In fact, I probably should just did an unscripted review with the first one of this one, but instead I did a live stream. And then the guys over at NIS wanted to make sure that they get links to like reviews. They want to see how they're doing, and that's understandable. So now I'm late, so it is what it is. Once again, an hour 14 minutes. I'm gonna try my best to bookmark all the elements as soon as possible. If you guys can help me, that'll be a great thing as well. So this has been Trails of Cold Steel 3, but on the PS5 unscripted review. With that being said, don't forget to follow the channel for more unscripted reviews, more thought pieces, anything that you want me to talk about. I'm also doing it now. If you have any subjects, anything in gaming you want me to talk about and share my 2 cents on, let me know in the comment section. I'll try to get videos out for that as well. And with that being said, I'll see you guys next show, next video. I'm out of here. Peace.
Greetings.